Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with meteorologist Oliver Smith.
Good morning, everybody. It's a warm and a muggy morning out in Medford, 58 degrees. You can see on Biddle Road, the roads are pretty wet. So be careful this morning because remember those oils are freshly coming up towards the surface from the rain that we've just had, making the roads just a little bit on the slick side, especially if you're going around any sharp corners. For this morning, low temperatures along the Oregon coast into the low 50s, so a bit more comfortable. Port Orford at 52 degrees. As you head inland, upper 50s for the most part, 56 in Eagle Point, 57 in Ashland, and 58 degrees in Jacksonville. Into Siskiyou County, also very warm as well, 63 in Dunsmuir, 59 in Mount Shasta City, and 57 out towards Fort Jones. And east of the Cascades, we're generally into the 50s, 49 though in Chemult, 55 right now in Lakeview, and 56 degrees in Bly. Now looking at our big picture, this isn't an animated picture right here, but the flow is from the southwest towards the north and the east. So we did get some rain in Medford just not long ago. That's pushing off towards the east and southeast. Still has some showers out east of the Cascades, and most of the showers right now are generally west of I-5 into Siskiyou County. Now zooming out, you can see we did have that rain move through the region earlier this morning. This is all beneficial precipitation, but it's all pushing off towards the east. Now we do have some more activity offshore, but we do have a ridge of high pressure that'll build in for tomorrow. It's not going to give everyone the sunshine. We'll talk about that more coming up here shortly. But for the kids heading off to school this morning, it's going to be a warm and muggy morning. Temperatures generally right around 60 degrees with still some spotty rain throughout the area, but we're going to be looking at the sunshine once we get towards the afternoon. So by the time you're coming home today, it'll be better. It'll be dry, pleasantly mild, temperatures into the 70s, so it'll be at least more comfortable in that sense. It's going to be windy east of the Cascades for most of Lake County for this afternoon. Still a wind advisory through 5 o'clock today. Wind gusts upwards of 50 miles an hour through this afternoon. So there's the winds right now about 20 miles an hour, so they'll be picking up for the day. High temperatures east of the Cascades into the 60s. We're going to be looking at generally 70 to 75 degrees for the Rogue and Shasta valleys, so definitely below average, but comfortable overall, and still looking at 60s along the Oregon coast. Now the storm cache showing that we do have the rain starting to diminish right now. It'll eventually taper off once we get towards the afternoon. Still looking at plenty of cloud cover, but we will see some sun once we go throughout the day. Tomorrow, that system that's offshore starts to push into the area, but it mostly just affects the Oregon coast and areas up to our north. Most of the region, though, is actually going to stay pretty dry, so not too bad overall. We're not going to see a whole lot of rain for the remainder part of the day today. Most of that has already fallen. So here we go with our forecast for the Oregon coast. Temperature staying to the 60s through Tuesday, and then it gets hot once we get towards Wednesday and into Thursday before it starts to cool on off. Northern California will go from the 70s for today to 90s beginning on Wednesday, and that lasts through at least the first part of the weekend with a few thunderstorms being possible on Thursday. Klamath Basin, you're seeing kind of scenario. Rain today, could see some thunderstorms on Thursday. Temperatures go from the 60s to the 80s tomorrow and 90s on Thursday. Cascades, you can see you'll be looking at the rain now, much drier and warmer once we go through Tuesday and Wednesday and continue into towards the end of the week. Here on the Rogue Valley, temperatures will be nice today, although still a little bit on the muggy side, but it's going to get hot and dry beginning on Wednesday.